Sure, I'm doing that on purpose.
Let me hold my stomach in.
We're getting ready for a presentation at the West Virginia Museum of Glass to be educated.
Painting. Remember him? Painting's about the size of a good West Virginia barn. Usually it looks like, my mother taught, God forbid she would hear me say this, my mother taught special ed for a number of years, and her students' art projects looked very much like Jackson Pollock paintings, just a couple $1 million less. And I was always told when I didn't appreciate it that I just had to be taught how to understand it, that I needed to learn about modern art. Okay? If that's true, I must suggest to you that's the same with the objects we're going to pass, including architectural flat glass. Here we go. You ready? Which one do we do first? Because there's kind of an order to this. Marbles were made in greater numbers in West Virginia than any place else on the face of the earth. There were 30, depending on which count you want to look at. It's really hard to keep an accurate number right now because how many marble factories there are in China right now, nobody knows. Not like anybody knows much about China's industry right now. Let's say there are 37, and that's a pretty good guess within a couple. Of the 37, 27 of them have been in West Virginia. And of the 27, 14 were in my home county of West Virginia. And of the 14, 3 were in my hometown of a few hundred people. Thus, I grew up loving marbles. But it's also a big West Virginia story. We got by default a collection of the National Marble Museum, which was in California. They could not sustain it. The idea to have a museum is the easy part.
Yeah.
The idea of we want to have a museum is really easy. And you don't think about things like, who's buying the toilet paper? How much is our heat? How much is our cooling? How many light bulbs do we replace a month? And let me tell you that answer is, whatever you replace is not enough because there's always at least 3 or 4 burned out. All those things, it's the fun part that everybody's attracted to. But then there's all those other behind-the-scenes things. You know, who does the cleaning? Who vacuums the carpet? In a lot of ways. If you haven't looked at our open storage, ask us to show you. If you don't know how big our archives are, ask us. If you don't understand that we are now the owners, or the maybe stewards, not the owners, the stewards of the American Flint Glass Workers Archives. Dozens of file cabinets, zillions of bound books, priceless history, all kinds of things that are not going to be found any place in the glass world except here. And we struggle sometimes because we have a big sister up the road called Corning that has a bigger budget and way more, you know, way more everything. Way more staff, way more space, way more money. Sometimes people vote for us just because we're more passionate. We win out and at the end of the day, not because we have the money or the professional staff, but because they are professionals. They work at it 9 to 5 and they go home. We don't. We love this stuff as much as you do. So I want to encourage you to look, ask us questions. There are at least 5 of us here who are willing to talk to you about the museum or its collections today. And I really want to thank you for trusting us enough to tell part of your story. One thing we will do is we'll put labels on it, and one of the things we'll put is a QR code. I know QR codes are not common language anymore, but there's little funny barcodes. If you have a smartphone, it tells you all kinds of stuff, and it lets you link right back to the website for your club. So on your case will be a direct link back to you. And we want to tell everybody's story. We want to help you tell your story. And we want you as a partner, which you've obviously stepped up and made happen already. So, questions about the museum or my wild comments or the romp through glass?
Put that, there you go. Okay. Yeah.
A bucket black.
But something here. Yeah. What do we have now? Okay, let's see. How can we?
You don't have to do anything except keep smiling. That constitutes your regulation.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Early Phoenix glass at the West Virginia Museum of Glass. Place is just loaded with all kinds of glass, including marbles, insulators, fruit jars, toilet wall paint, floats, things you wouldn't expect to find. Spent a couple hours there easily.